Sorry.
Yeah. What up?
It's probably the first time we just got like a solid one clap and it worked.
Yeah, I was about to clap.
Clap.
Well, I don't want to
Double
ruin
down,
it.
dog.
No.
double
It's,
down.
I want to keep
Well,
it
damn,
single.
that's sweet. It's cool.
Singular. I like it. First, it's the beginning of an era. Don't ruin it.
I didn't do none. I don't know, you're screaming.
So anyway, I actually just want to go ahead and pick up literally where our conversation just was. And I want to ask you what is the media's obsession with astronauts?
I don't look at anything online, so I don't really know.
In like it's like an aesthetic thing.
Like people are wearing astronaut pants and shit now?
Well, I mean, not like clothes. They're not like going out wearing. I'm talking like in like paintings.
Oh.
Like if I went to like a thrift store, if I went to Goodwill or whatever,
Yeah.
and there's like some like new age, or you know what? Not even that. Go into like some new age store rather.
Yeah.
And like it's like a hippie trend now for it to be like. I mean, there's like the bright colors, things like that.
Yeah.
There's lots of like watercolors, so like they're bleeding into each other, stuff like that. It's like a very hippie thing. But then there's also like an astronaut in there somewhere.
Because space is trippy as fuck, dude.
I mean, I can see that, I guess. But like, or just like an astronaut's helmet or something, like or like a cat wearing an astronaut suit, or just something like super weird and out of place like that.
Yeah.
The reason I'm talking about is I just saw someone do like a painting, and it was an astronaut that was fishing. Like, everything about the painting is like a normal setting, like some dude just fishing, but he's wearing a full astronaut suit.
What that's trying to say is you can spend years of your life working and training, and you can still do normal dude shit. It's cool. It's whatever.
But do you have to wear the astronaut suit while you're doing it?
Well, you know, when you're almost there, you're about to get on the fucking spaceship, and then NASA loses all the funding. You get a little butt hurts. You don't want to wear your shit around.
So you stole NASA's spacesuit?
I did all this work for Sun.
I mean, I promise you the astronaut doesn't own that spacesuit. It's still NASA's property.
Hey, whatever you make it out with is yours.
They're like, okay, that's cool. We're just going to grab some lunch real quick. I'll be right back, I swear. They're like, okay, you're going to change, right? Yeah, no, totally. Don't worry about it. And then just leaves.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a discount. I'll bring it right back afterwards. So.
They're like, you go to the Applebee's. They're like, hey, I work for NASA. I'm a national treasure. I'm Neil Armstrong. And they're just like, yeah, fucking right, buddy. And he's like, all right, I hate to do this. And he like goes out to his car, comes back wearing a full astronaut suit. And they're like, holy shit, it's you.
But he walks in slow motion, like,
and he's going
a little bit, like he's on the moon. I think we're miming this out, like anyone can see it.
Or literally like acting out, like walking in slow mo and like jumping. And
so there's a trend I want to start.
Yeah?
I want to be a trendsetter now.
Oh god, what?
Fucking sheriff pants.
Sheriff pants?
Sheriff pants.
So like
Brown pants, tan stripe, sheriff pants.
Oh, you mean like a modern day sheriff? I was thinking like Old West.
No,
like,
I'm not wearing chaps.
I was gonna say like fucking chaps with jeans underneath.
Nope. Brown pants, tan stripe. I feel like that shit would take off.
So like brown slacks with like a little like pinstripe on the outside of the leg.
A little bit thicker than a pinstripe, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd wear that.
Yeah.
Well,
really expensive trying to find sheriff
really?
pants.
Holy shit.
Surprisingly.
Well, again, it's probably part of the uniform. You can't just like have those.
I mean, you can if you have enough money.
You should just make them.
Why?
So you don't have to pay for
The
it.
internet's at my fingertips. I'm going to utilize that shit.
But obviously the internet is not helping you here.
Well, they're accessible to me now.
What?
When without the internet, they're not. Sheriff
Wait,
pants.
you actually found a pair of sheriff pants?
Fuck yeah, I did. I found
Oh.
like 3 like police officer uniform websites.
Why is that even a thing?
I don't know, but they're killing it.
How much are they?
Like the cheapest pair I found was like fucking $70.
$70?
Yeah, and then they weren't like the right brown. They were like a different color set.
It's probably like a legal thing.
It's probably like, shut up. It's gonna take off.
I'm just saying like the tint, you know, like colleges do that. It's not like red and gold. It's like crimson and like sunburst, and like they'll patent those colors, so another college can't use their same colors.
That's weird.
It's like a thing that's happening with colleges. Like the past couple of years, they're like getting like freaked out about like creating a brand. They're worried that people like they need brand recognition basically with all these fucking millennials.
They need to make money off the shirts.
Exactly. And so they need to brand it, but they can't have someone stealing their brand or creating knockoffs.
All right, I
so
got
they
you.
literally patent the shade of the color that they use in their logo. It's fucked.
Well, let's make sheriff pants, because that shit's going to take off.
All right.
Dumb shit's always popping up.
Wait. So it's a trend you want to start, but you're fully recognizing that it's dumb shit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what trend I want to start at simultaneously?
Astronaut helmets with sheriff pants.
No, because fuck astronauts.
That sounds
I will never
expensive.
understand it. Yeah, it does. No, dude, Spurs. But
Counter offer,
yeah.
Heelys.
But oh fuck shit.
They make them in adult sizes, but they're like $70.
I'll still buy that shit. I'd rather pay $70 on a pair of adult Heelys than a pair of sheriff pants.
I feel like I can market the sheriff pants, though.
You had to think about it. You're like, wow, that's a tough call.
It is. I've been trying to get Katie or her parents to buy me Heelys for Christmas.
I was gonna say, now I know what I'm asking for Christmas. Shit.
But I feel like I can market the sheriff pants and somehow make profit off said sheriff.
You got your spokesperson.
Who?
A fucking sheriff.
Why?
Just go ask any sheriff to do it, and he'll be like, oh, hell yeah.
No. I don't need a real sheriff when I can do it myself. I'm keeping it all in-house.
You don't want to spend anything?
I'm not outsourcing these jobs. This is American. I'm keeping these jobs American.
Sheriffs are American.
Not all of them.
Yes, they are. What?
Yeah, you're right. You taught me.
I was going to say,
I don't want to do that when I can do it myself.
You're selling to the right demographic, though. The ones who are going to fall for that shit are the people that you want buying your sheriff pants.
I want dumb college kids and fucking hicks buying my sheriff pants.
Honestly, you got both of them already.
But,
just by saying the words sheriff pants. They're both hooked. Hook, line, and sinker.
I just need to find some Chinese factory to start whooping these kids out.
You walk into any college class, you walk into any Donald Trump rally, and you just say the words sheriff pants. $70. Boom.
I got free weekends. I do that.
Yeah, right?
I don't do a lot.
I don't do it. Did I tell you, speaking of Heelys, that I actually saw a group of kids at Target the other day wearing Heelys, ripping around on them.
No shit.
And I was like, I thought that died out 8 years ago.
So I know you're one of those rich fellas that
Rich fellas?
Yep, that paid to not have commercials on Hulu.
Oh, you mean the extra $2 I spend a month?
Yeah, but us poverty-stricken folk,
Yeah.
we still have commercials.
Oh, yeah.
But there's 3 commercials.
And they just play the same ones over and over.
Yeah, but one's this Walmart commercial about how they have the best toys. Walmart is the best toy store according to Walmart. And in their little preview of some different toys,
That's saying a lot.
they have knockoff Heelys that have that little skid plate on the back, so when you're sliding, it's kicking sparks behind it.
It has sparks?
Yeah.
It's literally a piece of flint on the back of there,
Yeah.
and you're just rubbing it up against shit.
And it doesn't look like it is a shoe with a wheel inside of it. It looks like it is a 2-wheel attachment for your shoe.
Oh my god! So it looks like you're rolling around in some makeshift wheelchair for your feet.
I guess so. But it's kind of dang because I want it. Because it sounds a lot cheaper than Heelys.
No, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it right.
Yep, that's what someone that can afford to not have ads on Hulu would say.
Every 11-year-old in your apartment complex is gonna be calling you out on your off-brand shit, dude.
You know what I'll do? Push that little shit right over.
And you know what he'll do? Heely away with his brand name Heelys.
You can say that when he's falling on the floor after I trip him. I don't give a shit about your kids.
Dude, it'd be too quick. Your off-brands will never be as quick as those Heelys.
No, I'm going to take the bearings out, put in some Apex 7s.
Oh, so they're not off-brand. They're going to be custom.
They're modified.
Just buy any pair of shoes you want then and make them into Heelys.
I will with the Heely adapter from Walmart.
No,
the best toy store.
According to Walmart.
Allegedly.
They're at the end of every episode, they have the disclaimer. They're we did not put this to any sort of a test. It was a survey done exclusively by Walmart employees
who wanted their Christmas bonus.
Who were definitely paid.
Still believe it.
No, I believe it too.
No, I want to buy toys there now.
Anyway, I'm going to change the topic because I have a question for you.
Hit me with it.
Along with just the conversation of just what did we do this weekend, I was treated this weekend to Olive Garden.
Oh, that's nice.
It was pretty classy. I don't know if you know, I don't know if you saw, but the Olive Garden was just recently renovated.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're going back to their roots.
Yeah.
Where they're pretending to be classy,
Oh.
while still offering $4 salads.
So, a thing about the Olive Garden
Yeah.
that I've only been there once in my like adult life that I
Yeah.
can remember, but it made me super uncomfortable when the dude started putting my food into the takeout box.
Oh yeah. Well,
I didn't
it's
like that one bit.
It's like the idea of class, like they want to like do some kind of favor.
No, it was weird. I don't like it.
Oh yeah. Well, if you don't like Olive Garden, you're gonna love this story then.
Well, I have no problem with like the food. It's just that was an odd service.
Oh no, that's what I'm talking about. Is the service there?
Like I wanted to let him know, like, dude, I'm not going to tip you. So
For that?
just in general,
wait, hold on.
I don't like tipping. If they do a bitchin' job, I'll give them $5. Does it say they're making two
so
and
hold
some
on.
change?
It's $5 or nothing.
Well, it's $5 or $2 or $0. There's only 3 levels of service you can give me.
I don't even give a shit about my story anymore. Explain this to me. What the fuck is wrong?
Okay, so there's 3 levels of service you can get at any given restaurant. God awful.
Wow, strongly disagree, but okay.
Okay. And then, holy shit, why aren't you doing something more with your life? Those are the 3 levels of service. So the payment amounts they receive for this is $0, $2, and $5. Okay? My view on it is, so say they make 2 and some change, all right? That's
Yeah.
their waiter wage, whatever.
Right.
Okay. My one $5 tip, they just hit minimum wage for the hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyone else tipping them, they're probably making more money than me.
Okay, wait, so that's your philosophy?
For doing their fucking job.
They're not allowed to make more than you?
I don't give a shit if they're making more than me. I don't think I should be paying them more money than I make.
Oh, I agree with that. I mean, I think the whole like idea of tipping is just fucking garbage. Just pay them like the right amount. Don't pay them $2.
Or don't put a percentage on it. Just, hey, if they did, mediocre, give them 0. They did okay, give them 2. And they did fucking phenomenal. Like, they changed your life. Hit them with a $5.
Okay, well, since you brought it up, I'll give you my philosophy on tipping.
All right, hit me with it.
I will never, ever not tip.
You are stupid.
I'm not, because I know that every single one of those people is making $2 and some change, and their boss is either not able to give them any more because it's just company policy, or they don't want to give them more because they claim you're going to make tips so you're going to make plenty of money, which I think is ridiculous. I think they should just do away with it, right? And now I'm not saying that like I really do like care about these people. I don't.
You
Right?
sound like a little hippie over here, buddy.
And I'm not saying that I should be paying their wages, because I shouldn't. I absolutely agree with that. I think it's ridiculous. I don't make enough money to pay for all these people's wages. But
I pay taxes, goddammit. Just do your own food stamps.
yeah, right? I
Sorry.
do. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so basically my philosophy is that I know there are people like you that aren't going to give them the tips, so I always give a decent tip just to cut it even.
I tip.
If they do a good job.
If they do even okay, they get 2 bones.
$2.
Good going, homie. You're halfway to minimum wage. Keep it up.
That's what I mean.
Earn your pay.
That's horrible.
If they did a phenomenal job, they've gone a $5, they're making minimum wage just from me. The other 8 tables, not my business, not my fucking problem.
Right,
But who knows? They can make $15, $20 an hour.
right. Or they could make absolutely 0 tips.
Then they need to step it up.
That's what I'm saying, though, is that they can't control when people are assholes and just don't tip ever. There are so many people that just don't tip because they're like, if I don't have to, I'm not going to.
And you know that for a fact?
I know that those people exist.
You know, there's
I've met those
countless
people.
amounts of people that just don't tip.
Oh, yeah.
So many so that is now your responsibility.
I didn't say it's my responsibility. It's just
sounded
that,
like
honestly, like, as a person, I don't want that person to have to go home and get, like, pissed off at the end of the day because they're like, I didn't get any tips, which means I made only this much money tonight. It's rough.
You know, you can get a job anywhere in town
Oh, yeah.
with a guaranteed wage.
Oh, yeah, and that's why I've never worked in food service, because I won't ever do that to myself.
See, I used to work at Arnie's, and we all rotated spots, so there's no, like, servers per se, so,
Right, right.
you know, you get paid at least minimum wage,
Mm-hmm.
and people weren't expected to tip. But I noticed my off days, when I did a piss poor job, 0 tips. But when I put my little heart into it,
Yeah.
I got some bitchin' ass tips.
Yeah.
I had a dude hand me a $20 bill one day. That made my day.
Oh, yeah.
You want to know why? I didn't feel like everyone should give me a $20 bill?
I'm not saying...
Because I'm not a garbage person.
I'm not saying everyone should give you a $20 bill, because it would be ridiculous. I would go be a server. If everyone's handing out $20 bills for every shit job you did, absolutely.
No, but I only got the 20 when I did a really good job.
Right, and I'm not saying I hand out $20.
Yeah.
I do the math. I give 20%.
Fuck that. Why is there a percentage?
Because that's just what comes out even.
Okay,
It's
so
just-
if I order a $3 cheeseburger, all right, and if I order a $30 cheeseburger and they do the same amount of fucking work, why do they get more money because I got a nicer food?
I don't think about it.
That doesn't
like
make any fucking sense.
I don't think about it like that. I think about it as how much work they did, right? So if it's just my wife and I,
Okay.
right, then I'm going to definitely go lower, because my wife and I, we're easy-ass customers, all right? I
All right.
don't complain, right? Yeah, we're a little bit picky because I might ask for something special, but I know that I'm picky, and I know that I order things special, so I will go out of my way to pick something else on the menu so that I have to order less specialty things about it, just to make it the whole process easier. Right, the waiter doesn't have to sit there and waste their time. The cook doesn't have to waste his time sitting there working around what's already on the menu, and then I don't have to. I just get to save myself from the heartache of them fucking it up like they do every single time.
Yeah, but that's not the server's fault.
Right, I'm just saying I'll go around all of that. I just want to do that. So yeah, I will definitely tip a little bit lower if it's just the two of us. Now, when my parents take us out,
Yeah.
I go out of my way to tip more, because first off, my family's the worst. Right?
I love your mom.
There's like 8 of us,
That's fair.
all very different shapes, sizes, like just different kinds of people. Some of us
Yeah.
are loud, some of us are quiet, some of us are obnoxious, some of us are picky, some of us don't give a shit.
Okay.
Right? And every single time we walk through the door, I can see either the waiters or the host or whatever they are, they roll their eyes, right? They're like, God, I don't want to deal with this. To get ready. There's a 6-month-old, and there's like a 10-year-old, a 13-year-old, all the way up to like 45-year-olds, right? Like what they've got every goddamn hit on the spectrum. Like, I don't want to deal with this, right?
Oh, you're missing elderly.
So I'll go out of my, well, I mean, if we bring a grandparent along, I don't know.
Touche.
So I go out of my way to just do that extra effort, because I know that it's a hassle, and I know that we're annoying. I mean, it's the middle of Indiana, right? People in Indiana are annoying. I hate us.
I just don't think that what I choose to eat should make them more money.
Oh right, no, I absolutely understand. That's what I'm saying. Is I think it has absolutely nothing to do with the food.
Then why do you do percentage?
I just do. That's what I'm saying. It just helps me figure it out. So like 20% is what I'll do. Like I'll do like a 20% of like my entire family's meal. But if it's just Olivia and I mean, I'm not going to spend more than $15 anyway. 20% of that is only like, what is that? That's $3.
Okay, but you know what? An even easier system? 0 to 5.
Yeah, but if it comes out to $3, we're pretty much on the same idea here anyway. Because you only ever go out with Katie, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Exactly. So $2 to my $3.
Yeah,
That's,
you'd be surprised how much that lady puts down.
what?
Katie?
What, food?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't, because you've seen Olivia, right?
Touche.
People can eat. I get it. I got nothing wrong with that. I can eat. Basically, what my philosophy is that I won't go any lower than like $3 or $4.
Yep, nope, you're a wiener.
That's pretty much what my limit is. If I think they did a really good job, or if I'm out with my parents, I'll go so high as to go to like $10. I don't care.
You're bananas.
I'll just toss it out there.
You're a big old sack of bananas, buddy. So if they were just awful, they were rude, your shit got messed up all the time, just awful experiences you don't want when you are paying for a service, you're still going to do them $3-4?
Oh yeah, well here, let me tell you what I've done, because that exact same situation has happened. It was actually at an Olive Garden before. As I went out with Olivia, just Olivia and I. This was before the baby, anything like that. Just Olivia and I went out. We went to Olive Garden, and it was a lady, and she never smiled. She was. Honestly, if I'm being totally honest, if I had it my way, it's kind of the experience I would want out of a restaurant. It was very quick. She came over and was just like, hi, my name's whatever, how can I help you today? Like, that's what it was. And I just said like, oh, okay, like, I'll have this to drink, and I'm ready to order. Like, I'm the kind of person that I just want to get this shit out of the way.
Oh, absolutely.
As little conversation as possible, right? I'm not, As much as I like to talk, I don't like talking to strangers. I want to talk to people I know. I want to have like a good friendly conversation. I don't want to have to do that whole get to know you shit.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Sucks.
Right? And so she just did not seem interested. She was like just like I said, never smiled, wanted to get right to it, brought us our food, and then gave us the bill at the exact same time. And,
That's always nice. I like that.
Literally, I was going to say, I have a problem with it because she literally said, like, at the same time she dropped off the food, the check said, when she dropped it off, I went ahead and assumed you guys wouldn't be going for dessert. And I was like, okay, that's a little much. Don't assume what I want. Yeah. And then she said, feel free to use, because they have like the little like table checkout. She said, feel free to use the table checkout. I'm kind of busy.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa. All right. So honestly, this is probably the worst experience I've ever had at a restaurant. It was just like, it was super rough. And I wasn't going to take it personally, right? She straight up told me what the reason is. She's busy, right? I'm cool with that. I get busy at work, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't need you to tell me that, though. So what did I do? I figured up 10%. I gave her exactly just the whatever the 10% was, and that was like my message to her because it wasn't very much money. And like I said, the bill, I think it was Olive Garden, so it was a little bit more. So it was like almost $20. So I think it came out to like $3 and some change or $4, and I gave her purposely like the exact change and all for 20%. And then what I do is I literally just leave them a handwritten note. And I just explain it to them. I'm like, I break it down. And I told her, I said, you seem really nice. And I get that you're busy. You need to smile more, and you need to work on it, right? I want to give you more of a tip, but it's really hard, right? And Olivia thinks that I'm being a jerk by doing that. She swears that like when I leave these notes, they're gonna pick it up and they're gonna be offended. They're gonna be mad at me. But to any server, I guess, who's listening to this, no one, Julius is listening to this.
Is he a server?
No, I'm saying any server.
He's the one person that listens to it?
He's the one person that listens to it.
Okay.
But anyway, any server that listens to it, if I ever left you a note like that, it's honestly because I want to help you. I'm basically what you said, right? You have to work if you want to get tips. I don't want to be the guy that doesn't give them a tip, but I want them to understand that you got to work for those tips.
Yeah, I would see the tip, see you wrote a message, say, man, fuck it, whatever. I get $3 off this guy for doing Jack Diddley Dick. Hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though, is I put on there, I would give you more if you were nicer.
Yeah, I wouldn't read it. I wouldn't even look at it. I would say, oh, wow, this dumbass still gave me money even though I did a piss poor job.
And I can see that. I get that. I don't know. I feel bad. I can't live with myself if I don't.
So
it's just part of it.
I had a server at Mountain Jack's. And
what the fuck is that?
It's a nicer steakhouse. It's right across from Olive Garden.
So I wouldn't have ever heard of it.
Yeah, but it's like directly across from Olive Garden, and they have like the tablecloths and like the dim lighting and the little candles and stuff. You feel fancy when you go in there, but you also feel like a dirtbag because you go in wearing a t-shirt and pants.
Oh yeah, that's how I always am. Yeah.
So
it's Indiana though, so you look across the other side of the aisle and they're dressed in t-shirt and pants too. So
yeah, for the most part. But so I took Katie there, and we had the server, and he just seemed just really angry. Like he hated his job. He was mad he was there.
I mean, I would too, but
he would make like these little snarky comments, and they were fucking hilarious.
He'd make a snarky comment?
Yeah.
Like about what?
Just anything. Like
so, the food, the restaurant, or
everything under the sun. Nothing was off limits to this guy.
Holy shit.
So like they have different kinds of salads, and one is the table salad where they bring out this giant fucking spinny wheel thing, and they're like, do you want blah? And they have like 32 different things you put on the goddamn salad. And
that sounds like so much work for something I'm not going to eat.
I always eat it. I like it. And it's not even like the whole display. If they just brought it out with the things I wanted on it, I wouldn't care. It's not the bringing it to the table part that I care about. It's yummy. They put all sorts of things on there. There's like sunflower seeds and banana peppers and this, that, and the other. I like it. And he goes, of course, and blah, blah. Everyone wants the table salad. And just makes all these little comments throughout the entire meal.
I'll take the table salad. Of course. Everybody wants the fucking table salad.
But at no point is he like mean or a bad server. He seems like he hates his fucking job. And now, if we go there and he's not there, we'll go somewhere else.
What? So you'll walk into the restaurant, glance around at who's like serving tables, and if he's not there, you'll leave?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He makes the dining experience so much fun. He is probably the person I've tipped like the highest sum of money. All right, I take that back. You know that little coffee shop in Crawfordsville, and it sells like Greek food and coffee? It's right next to like the car wash on the south end of town.
Greek food and coffee?
Yeah, it's that little podunk thing. like right across from Kroger, all the way on like 231 on the right side. There's a car wash right next to it.
Oh, the
Past
drive-through
Wendy's.
coffee shop?
Yeah,
The
they
one
also
that's
serve
like,
Greek
it's like a
food.
drive-through only?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, they have like one seat out front.
It's outside?
Yeah, there's one little picnic table, basically.
Yeah.
So I went there on Christmas with Sam Hayes, and I gave the dude a 20 spot because it was Christmas fucking day, and he just made me coffee. That was the highest I've ever tipped someone.
I see, like we're on such opposite sides of the spectrum, but I can say that I don't think I've ever tipped someone that well.
I was young. I had no bills. I worked full time.
I think that's the best I ever tipped is when I like had a job, but I was in high school still.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any expenses besides like gas and like paying for my car and shit. Like it was great. I would go to work. I worked 40 hours a week.
Exactly.
And I would go to school 40 hours a week. So in my free time, if I went out to eat, I'd be dropping tens on the table. I'd go to Taco Bell and I'd be throwing ones at the lady. I'd be like, take it.
Damn.
She's like, we don't tip here. I'm like, you do now.
You just got a raise.
I just feel fucking cool. I'm like, I'm making more than you are. And she's like, no, you're not. We're both making minimum wage. I'm like, yeah, but how many hours you got? She's like, 16. I'm like, I got 42, bitch. I work overtime. I'm 17.
Word.
I was like, county market. And I'm getting bills.
Miss being young and no bills.
Right, isn't it great?
Like, we're apartment shopping right now.
Yeah.
I've never had to do this before. It's fucking weird. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Yeah?
It's not fun. I don't want to look at floor plans. I don't
What's
give a
wrong with
shit
that?
about floor plans. All you know is,
This is where you're going to live.
yeah, where do I take a shit and how do I get out of the building? That's all I care about.
Yeah, but like, it's also where do you spend your free time?
Yeah, and I'm going to be sitting at my desk on my computer. I can do that anywhere, no matter the layout of a building.
Yeah, but then you're... I don't know. I guess that's just not something you care about. I think about that kind of stuff. I'm like, I want something that's got like sunlight. Like I like the idea of having like certain windows on certain sides of the building, stuff like that. The size of the kitchen matters. I like to cook.
I mean, a window would be nice. I guess that's about my list right there.
A window would be nice.
A window. I like the kitchen.
I would love to see you on like the like Home Network like shopping shows where they're like, all right, what's your must-haves? You're like, I don't know if I have any must-haves. I've got some would likes.
A lot of wood lights.
A window.
A window.
A bathroom.
About 2 bathroom.
I
I would like 2 bathroom.
A kitchen.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
And carpet, probably
Carpet.
somewhere in there.
I would appreciate some stairs, but I really don't care.
That's you. That's like your wish list on the bottom of it. They're like, all right, I think I found about 500,000 things that would fit your exact description. Every single house in our town.
I'm just going to say yes to all of them. This is the one. I love it. And then it gets to the end. They're like, which one do you pick? Oh, none of this. They all suck.
None of that shit, dude. They're all fucking stupid.
Too many windows. Too much carpet.
I said a window, and I said some carpet, all right?
Too many bathrooms. Holy shit, it had a kitchen. Who wants a kitchen?
I said kitchenette, all right? I want my kitchen living room combo all wrapped up in one, thank you.
I only need a half bath. I don't shower.
It's got a sink, right?
Yeah, that's
Jesus
good enough. You can
Christ.
scrub your pits in there. Yeah, so it's been weird.
But
And,
you
like,
guys found one, right? I mean, ultimately.
Katie showed me one. 'Cause
Showed
she-
you one.
Yep, and I said, I like it. And then we went and looked at it, and it was really small. And I could see she knows we need to downsize. We need to save money. We're trying to move.
Right.
But I felt like she wanted to look at more things. Because she's the type of person where she wants to look at every possible option. So I'm just
Right.
like, that's the one. We'll take it. Filling
So
out
you did
papers.
find one.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's tiny. It is the smallest place I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know how any of our shit's going to fit in there, which is awesome because it means I get to get rid of some things.
Nice.
I'm really stoked. But it's on the 2nd floor.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I have to carry my shit upstairs now.
I live on the 2nd floor.
I know, and it must be miserable.
I love it.
Katie doesn't like being up on 2nd floors for one. So like that part, oh no, I just want to move our things upstairs. I want to carry
like
groceries
the-
upstairs.
I like the idea that I can look out my window and like there's not ever a situation where someone is going to be right outside my window. Dude, like it's pretty much impossible unless someone has a ladder put up against my window.
Well, this place, they have like little patio fenced off back parts.
Sure.
So if someone's at my window, I'm being real scared.
That's what I'm saying. There's the possibility for someone to be at your window.
Yeah, but
if you're on the second floor, there's no way they're outside your window.
But I think the balcony is like connected somewhere because they have stairs that go down into like the back because there's like a pond in the back.
That's a problem then. If there's a possibility that someone could be outside your window, it's a no.
They had 2 available apartments.
Yeah?
The one that we put a hold on,
Yeah.
and then a even smaller one also on the second floor.
Nice.
So I said, no, we'll do that.
We'll do the not as small.
A guy was there literally 20 minutes before us and got the only first floor one of the exact same like layout we were looking at.
Oh, dude, if you're listening to this, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, you douche. Making me carry shit upstairs. I don't have to move that shit in like 6 months. I don't want to do that. So much work.
Anyway, let me tell you my Olive Garden
Yeah,
story.
hit me with it. I'm sorry.
This is where we got started, right?
My bad.
It's all right. It's all right.
You got me on some heated topics, and then I just had to share this.
Yeah, I guess talking about tipping really gets you pissed off.
It does. Katie gets mad at me about it, so it's just one of those things.
Right. No, I get you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we go to Olive Garden. I was treated, like I said, to Olive Garden by Olivia's parents. I don't know why they wanted to treat us to Olive Garden. They just kind of like just shut us up one day and they just said, hey, like, do you want to go to Olive Garden? And they're like, we're paying. I'm like, well.
You said my friend Tori would love.
You
to
said the
join
magic
us.
words. You said you're paying. I'm there. Of
Oh,
course
absolutely.
I'm there, right? Those are the magic words. So we figured it'd be kind of nice to dress up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the new Olive Garden. They're trying to go back to the whole like make you feel like you're eating out somewhere nice, even though you're really not. It's the same breadsticks as Fazoli's.
Their shit's still frozen in a bag, being thrown in some water.
It's still all the same shit. It's just noodles with some sauce on it, nothing special, right? I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I like it there.
Yeah.
But they're trying to make it more than it is. I mean, let's be honest. So I go in there, and it actually is. It's pretty decent looking. It looks really high end.
Yeah.
And then I get their same fucking menu they've always
absolutely.
had. Right? I wasn't surprised. So I ordered the same thing I always order there.
What's that?
And it's actually an appetizer. It's lasagna fritta.
That sounds tight.
Lasagna frita, I guess, if you want to put the Italian accent on there.
All right.
It's literally like a rolled up piece of like a lasagna, like mini lasagna, and they deep fry the whole thing.
What?
Oh yeah, it's the most Indiana thing I can think of.
No shit.
It's pretty great, and like I said, it's technically an appetizer, but I just get a whole plate of them and I just eat them myself.
That sounds amazing.
Oh yeah, and they just put like red sauce right over all of them. They give you like a row of like 7 of them, and they just put red sauce right over all of them.
Fuck.
It's filled with cheeses and sauces and
I kind of wish I
things.
didn't ask.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna be so upset with whatever I eat for dinner tonight.
It's like $7 too.
That's not bad at all.
Because it's just an appetizer. It's
Yeah.
pretty great. I always just order it as my meal, and they always say, "Do you want that to come out before everyone?" I'm like, "Yeah, I would love to get my meal 5 minutes before everyone else's."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Just give it to me at the same time as everybody else."
No.
Jesus Christ. But anyway, I forgot my phone this
Oh, no.
whole time,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, damn it, it's at home. It's like sitting on the bed or something. When I was changing, I threw it on the bed. My phone is the exact same color as our bed sheets, which gets on my damn nerves. Which I picked a blue phone, so it would like be like eye catching, and I would never forget anywhere. And we have blue fucking bed sheets, so I'm an idiot. But anyway, so I don't have my phone, and I gotta take a deuce while I'm there, and
I like this.
and it was weird, man. When's the last time you took a dump without your cell phone?
Yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
That soon?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I'm taking a shit without my cell phone.
I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but it was dead.
When's the last time you took a shit in public without your cell phone?
Never.
Never, right?
Like, before I had a cell phone.
I was going to say, I
probably.
think I was in like 7th grade when I got my first phone. From there to now, I
Yeah.
think this was like the first time.
Okay. That's a scary experience.
It was weird. It was so weird. And I was like, all right, so I got to be like tactful about this, right? For one, I got to hurry the hell up.
No, you don't.
I don't want to be sitting in here like without my phone. I don't.
That's why you have to hurry it up for the phone, not for your company.
Oh no.
Okay,
Fuck
all right.
that.
My
I don't-
bad. My bad.
It's my wife and her parents.
Hey, I didn't know.
They've got all the things to talk about in the world.
I don't
I'm not-
understand your relationship with them. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna take as long as I want. They know that it's a while.
I don't know your family dynamic.
I shit in the airport in front of them, outside of the airport. I mean, remember?
Yeah, but you were a couple rows ahead of them.
The first episode was me shitting in an airport.
Yeah, but you were a couple rows ahead. I don't. I just. Okay.
Yeah, but like
All right.
I literally walked from shitting up to them and said, I just shit right over there. And they like, whoa. And that was only like my first time ever like going out with them, like on like vacation, like with them. Yeah. And I'm like, I just took a shit in a ditch. And they're like, so that's how this trip is going to go.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to marry your daughter.
And I plan on marrying your daughter here in a couple of years.
Going to knock her up, and then
having
you're going
a child with
pay
her.
my wages.
Yeah. And then I'm going to work for you eventually.
I like this.
Yeah.
So I need to shit in front of Katie's parents.
Exactly.
All
It
right.
just fixes any problem that could ever arise between like the in-law dynamic, really.
All right.
Anyway, so I'm in
Yeah,
there. I walk in there, and there's not a lot of people in there. And I'm like, well, hey, good, right? I don't want to have to spend all my time in here like thinking about what's going on around me. I don't know. Like, I don't want to think about this, right? I want to be
That's
able to just
fair.
get lost in my phone.
Yeah.
I don't have that. So I go in there, I use the bathroom. It's super weird. I spend the entire time just listening to everybody else.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so many noises and grunts and just, it's horrible. There's people in there having like conversations, like actually like just talking.
To each other or like on the phone?
No, like to each other. Like two people went in like at the same time and they were having a conversation like while they're using the bathroom.
Huh.
One's in a stall, one's at the urinal.
I mean,
You don't break that stall door barrier.
to be honest, if you and I, for some reason, had the bathroom at the same time, in public, I would try to chit-chat.
Okay, I agree, but I feel like there's two things here, right? For one, you don't break the stall barrier. I think that's what makes it weird. When I'm in a stall, once that lock like clicks over, that's me. Just let me pretend that I'm alone. At least I don't want to think about the Nikes that are sitting like 6 inches away from my feet and wondering what's coming out of that guy's asshole.
You give a pretty good idea.
I know.
It's shit.
And I don't want to think
The
about it.
same thing you're doing.
And I don't want to think about it.
All right.
I know what horrible stuff is coming out of me, and I don't want to know about his.
That's fair.
If we're at the urinal, it's a different story. But I feel like you and I have enough common decency to wait until the actual urination is over. We'll chat on the way in. We'll pee. You take a quick break. And then when you're washing your hands, you pick back up where you left off. It's like 30 seconds. You can wait, right?
I don't know, man.
But they're carrying a conversation. Yeah. And like, honestly, I almost just jumped in. Because they don't know. I'm in the stall. They don't know who I am.
Now, like, what kind of conversation? Like, were they just cracking jokes back and forth? Or were they just, like, normal chitter-chatter?
The only reason I didn't jump in is because they were talking about, like, what they were doing for the day. Like, they were talking about, like, their family. They're like, so where are we going after this? Oh, we're going to this whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. I can't really jump into that. If it was just, like, something about sports or just, like, some just bullshit conversation, oh, I would have jumped right in there.
Okay.
I almost did.
Mildly off topic.
Yeah?
How was the toilet paper?
It wasn't horrible. My problem was with the paper towel situation. It was laid, like a pile of paper towels were laid in a basket on top of the sink.
Oh,
there wasn't like a dispenser or anything like that. Yeah, so like I had to reach my hand over the pile of paper towels, which made them wet.
Yeah.
And so by the time I got my own paper towel, it was already wet. Not just from me, but from the other hundreds of men that have been dripping their hands over this pile of paper towels.
Well, that was like 50. You know, half of them didn't wash their hands.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're right. Well, see, and that was my biggest problem, was the guy who took a shit next to me waltzed right on out of that stall and straight out the door without washing
he's
his
going to eat with those paws, too.
Yeah. And I know exactly what shoes he was wearing, too. So I was, like, on my way back to the table. I was, like, darting around looking at shoes, and I'm like...
You didn't call him out?
Well, no.
I make a point of it to call people out when they don't wash their hands.
I didn't know. I could only listen. So I was like, I heard him, like, waddling, and I'm like, he's walking. He's walking.
Oh,
he's
okay,
walking.
so you weren't, like, washing your hands.
Should be about to, like, turn on the faucet, and I heard the door go, "Rrr." I was like, whoa, he just went straight out the door.
All right, I thought you were, like, washing your hands, and Homeboy just pops out and
I was still in the stall. No,
okay, all right.
It was still a 20-minute venture.
All right.
Even without the phone. Yeah, it was rough. Anyway, so I go back, and that's not even the weirdest part about this trip, right? So I'm on my way back, and of course my baby is there. She can't support herself on her own yet, not at least for another couple of years. So she is very, very heavily dependent on us. So I had to be hanging out with her.
Needy
Right?
people are the worst.
Right. it's not so much needy as it is clingy, right?
Oh God.
Like needy, I think there's a difference between needy and clingy, right? Needy is just like you need me to talk to you sometimes, right? You need me to maybe comment on something, right? Clingy is like you literally need to be touching me every second of every day. And she's clingy, man. Let me tell you. For a 6-month-old, she's clingy. Anyway, so I'm holding her, right? And I love my daughter. I really do. I have little to no problems with her.
I'm happy to hear that.
But my problem with her is that she throws up. And like I said, we dressed up for this because we're being treated, right?
Yeah.
It was Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So it's the Lord's Day, right? Right? I feel like I should put in some kind of an effort. And it's almost Christmas time. It's December now. I put on a Christmas sweater.
Oh, okay.
Right? So
All right.
it was I was dressed up decent. I had khakis on.
Oh.
A Christmas sweater. I dressed the baby up. I put her in something real nice. A nice, like, she wore some baby jeans.
Damn.
Yeah, she looked very classy. It was
That's
for a
good.
6-month-old, she was dressed up.
And people wouldn't even know that she's that cleany.
Right?
You're like, oh, that lady has her life together.
Exactly.
She knows what she's doing.
Right?
That's an independent woman right there.
If she wasn't draped around my neck 24/7, you might think that she could support herself. But
I bet she's a manager somewhere.
she threw up on me, and
Oh, gross.
And I've got a weird thing about like. So, like, there was a joke, right, that I think it was Jerry Seinfeld made it, where there's a joke about how humans, we love water, right? We can't get enough of going to the ocean. We want to go to swimming pools, right? We love, like, making coffee, making tea. We love all things water, right?
Yeah.
And the second it rains, we get pissed off at it.
I
we're
love
like,
the rain.
We're like, oh, I hate it. Oh, I got to get my umbrella. I got to wear my rain boots. I don't want it to get through my shoes and my socks. I don't want to get my hair wet, right? People act like that, right?
No.
I mean, I usually like the rain too, right? I like looking at it. I like observing the rain, but I hate being in the rain.
No beef being in the rain.
I'm one of those people, right? I love water. I love swimming. I love drinking water, right? I
The
love,
two things you do with water.
right? I love swimming in it. I love drinking it, but I hate it when I'm wearing clothes and I get wet.
Okay.
That's just like one of my biggest like pet peeves is when only like a part of me is wet. Like when I wash my hands, like in a public space, I hate it when they have air dryers.
Oh, God.
Because it never gets my hands fully dry. And I
Yeah.
have to walk around with these like cold, wet hands and it bugs the shit out of me. It really does.
Okay.
It's like it's the most irrational thing, but it really gets on my nerves. Anyway, I know she has no control over it, but she threw up on me. It got on my sweater and it was a lot of throw up.
The audacity.
And it made like, so I wiped it off and it honestly like left 0 marks.
Oh, that's nice.
But it like soaked into the sweater and like the whole front side, like my chest and stomach were like wet now. And the sweater was like sticking to me and
Did you have like a shirt underneath it? Or was
No.
it just straight sweater?
it was straight sweater. And I know it's a rookie mistake, right? You should always wear the shirt underneath. But
It was warm this weekend.
it was warm. I was hot. I wanted to wear the sweater. I wanted to show off some Christmas cheer. I wanted to dress up kind of nice. But it was hot, and I was like, you know what? I'll just X-nay the shirt underneath, right?
Absolutely.
It'll be totally fine. No, my baby had to make sure that it wasn't fine, right? She had to just freaking ruin the whole thing. So I'm sitting here eating my fried lasagna like
Sounds
an American.
delicious.
Yes, it is delicious. Like an American with wet clothes. Well, see, and even worse, I forgot to mention this, right? The guy heard me say lasagna, and he didn't worry to hear me say frita, which I'm assuming means fried, because he just brought me this heaping pile of lasagna, like actual lasagna.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was just kind of like, oh, like, I'll take this, I guess, but this isn't what I ordered, man. And he just like, you said lasagna, and like tried to correct me, and I was like, I said lasagna frita. He goes, he actually covers his mouth. He goes, frita. You said lasagna frita. I am so sorry. And I was like,
At least he was nice about it.
yeah, it was just fun. He was so dramatic about it. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, it's totally fine. He's like, well, I could just leave this on the table if you guys want it. And I was like, well, of course, I'll take it. I hate to be picky, but like what's in it, right? Is it like just cheese sauce? Like you got meat in there, like noodle? What you got in there? You hiding some mushroom or something? I don't know what's going on in here. He goes, okay, so, and he breaks it down for me. And it is a meat sauce, and
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of meat. I just don't like too heavy, it just grosses me out, right?
Okay, all right.
And so I
Teach
tell
their
him.
own.
So I tell him, I'm just like, hey, I'm not a fan of meat. I just like if somebody else wants it, they've all got their regular ass food, and nobody wants it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, and I I feel like an idiot, but I offered it to him. I'm like, you can have it if you want, but I don't really want. He's like, he laughs at me. He's like, okay, I'm not gonna eat it, but I'll get you out your lasagna frita in no time, right? He's like, I'm so sorry about that. I'm like, hey, it's fine, whatever.
There's a little thing. If this ever happens to you ever again,
Yeah.
you need to remember.
Yeah.
You have a friend who eats meat
Yeah.
with no problem.
Yeah.
Who happens to be a fan of lasagna.
Oh yeah.
An even bigger fan of free. So just take a little note right
I'll
there.
keep that in mind.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
And it came with a soup, so I told him, I was like, hey, you know what? Hey, I've still got the soup. I've been shitting for 20 minutes, so I haven't touched the soup yet.
I need to replenish. all
I'll
the
just
shit.
munch on that while you're making my lasagna frita. No problems,
Nobody ain't
dude.
making that shit.
And he said, that's too much information, but I'll go ahead and get that right out for you. And I said, you're welcome. And he goes and gets it. Now, before I can even get to my lukewarm bowl of soup, because it's
What kind of
lukewarm
soup?
right now, right? Minestrone.
Hey,
Super good, right?
I
They,
like
they
that.
add all kinds of unnecessary ingredients that I love.
Oh, absolutely.
Because nothing makes you feel more upscale than eating something that just has like just a ridiculous number of ingredients in
Oh,
it, right?
absolutely.
It's minestrone, and they literally have like whole tomatoes in it.
That's like cherry
what
tomatoes,
the
right?
hell? No, like they take one tomato, cut it like into fourths, and just drop that bitch in there.
That doesn't sound that bad.
And I'm like, all right. And there's whole green beans in there. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay. Also noodles. And then everything else you would expect in minestrone, like the beans, the celery,
Yeah.
whatever. Like just the normal
The
stuff
soup
that's in
stuff.
it. The soup stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they've also got like spinach rolling around in there.
I like a
Kale.
good spinach.
Right. It's real good. I like it. So I'm munching on before I can even get to it, right? Like I said, haven't even broken the barrier of lukewarm soup when the manager runs up on me, runs
shit.
right up behind me, and I'm holding my baby too, right? Because
Yeah.
like they've all got their actual food, so I'm just letting them enjoy it. I'm like, I'll hold the baby for a second. I'm
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
eating.
I guess I'll touch this thing.
Right. Well, she's already hanging around my neck, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm like,
You see the Velcro straps on like the wrist of her shirts and just like clasp it behind
wear
your
like
neck?
a damn backpack. That's
actually
genius, dude. But anyway, I was like, soup's a one-handed food. I can do
Oh,
that, right?
easy.
So before I can even do that, right, manager runs up on me, and he is like just apologizing profusely. He's like, I am so sorry for the miscommunication.
I fired that guy, so he will never be a problem.
He told me, he's like, you have literally 4 minutes until your lasagna frita is warm and on the table ready for you to dig in. And I was
Is
like,
he doing all those gestures that you're motioning?
oh no, I just talk with my hands
Okay,
a lot.
all right.
I wish he was that
Just
enthusiastic.
pointing at the table.
You have literally 4 minutes until the food is on the table, ready for you to take a bite. No one can see this, but I'm enjoying myself, right? I'm getting into it.
That was
But
a little
anyway,
much. I got scared.
I just kind of told him. I said, "Hey, dude, it's no problem, right? I've got my soup, whatever. I got breadsticks, I got cheese, I've got 3 people here that I'm related to that I could definitely eat off of their plate and they wouldn't mind, right? Plus, I've got a fucking baby in my lap, so I have got plenty. Plus, I have IBS, right? I've got plenty to take up my time.
There's enough on my plate.
While you go ahead and while you microwave some fried lasagna. I've got plenty of time, dude. Take 5 minutes, right? I don't care.
7, I'm gonna start getting a little concerned, like you forgot about me.
And then he goes so far as to rub my shoulder.
Oh,
And not like just like a gentle touch or like a
Like a
playful
pat.
or like a pat or like a
Yeah.
pat on the back, like real sorry about that, buddy. You know, it's like a real friendly gesture.
yeah.
Full on front side and back side, like front of my collarbone,
Yeah.
back side that's like in my neck a little bit,
Yeah.
and gives me a little bit of like a massage,
A little rub.
a little rub, and he just says, "I'm so sorry about that." And might I add, that is a beautiful baby. And I just kind of said, "Thanks, pervert."
Really?
No, I didn't say that. I was just like, "Thanks, man. Thanks." I don't
You
know
could have
what
been a
to say
little bit
to
more
that.
tactful and just been like, "Oh, she's too young for you. It's okay."
Yeah, I didn't know what to say to that. I just kind of just said like, I'm still not used to people complimenting my baby.
I think it's weird.
It's fucking weird.
I will never compliment a baby.
Don't.
Never any of those weird potatoes that pop out. Never once will I say a nice thing.
I mean, you could say something nice.
I take that back. I'm just never going to compliment how a baby looks.
Yeah, well, don't compliment a baby's attractiveness level.
No, that's weird.
They're 6 months old.
That's strange.
They're literally developing.
It's not okay.
I get that a baby is cute. Like, all babies are cute, right? Why do you think there's so many videos of them on the internet?
That is not true.
What?
Not all babies are cute.
Well, you're right.
Most babies look like potatoes. Potatoes aren't cute.
We're not getting back onto this. Anyway.
You can't keep me up for this.
Anyway, babies are cute. I know that.
Okay.
And yes, I have a cute baby. Of course, I think that she's my baby. But, like, it's just weird. That's what people always... I think it's because people don't know what to say. And, like, he's, like, trying to play with my emotions a little bit.
Yeah.
He's, like, trying to let me know that he's really sorry. And he's just like, well, hey, you have a very cute baby. Like, he's trying to, like... Maybe, like, he's trying to, like, slide in...
Like, you're proud of what you made?
Yeah, like, he's trying to slide in, like, either a compliment to me or, yeah, like, he's just trying to, like, yeah, play with my emotions a little bit.
Because if he just got done rubbing your shoulder and be like, hey, you look really good today. You're a cute dude.
Yeah, right?
That would be a little strange.
No, I would have preferred that. That's literally what I said. Like, when he walked away, I said, I would almost compliment me rather than my baby. It's so weird. I'm wearing a Christmas sweater. Is that not enough of a talking point?
You're at the Olive Garden, dude. Everyone's wearing Christmas sweaters.
They weren't, though. They're all dressed in jeans and T-shirts because it's Indiana. People don't give a shit, dude.
That's fair.
But anyway, it just gets weirder and weirder, right? Because he wants to rub my shoulder. And then not only that, but when they finally bring out my fried lasagna...
Was it 4 minutes later?
Oh, I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention. I have a literal actual baby, a human baby, taking up all my attention. I didn't time him.
I would have timed him. Oh, you didn't have your phone on you.
I didn't have my phone on me. That's another reason I was okay with hanging out with the baby, because I didn't have anything better to do. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. If you're listening to this, like, years from now, I love you very much. Anyway, the dude, like,
I hope they don't listen to this years from now.
The actual waiter who comes out with my food is literally, like, being supervised by the manager. Like, they're walking out, like, holding hands, basically. Like, walking together.
What?
And he places it down. And I'm actually getting up because, like, the baby's getting upset. I'm going to go, like, just take a lap with her really quick. Just try to calm her down. She likes to just look around. She gets sick of sitting in the same place all the time. So I stand up, and like I stand up actually to make eye contact with them walking over.
Yeah.
And once they see that I'm getting ready to walk over, I just kind of gesture and just say, "Hey, thank you," and I just kind of walk over, and he just says, "Oh, well, I brought your lasagna," and I said, "Yeah, I saw that. I've got a baby. I'm gonna go like take a lap real quick," and he just said, "Okay, well, I've got your food," and I'm like, "Okay, set it down on the table, man." I'll come back to it, right? Once it's lukewarm like my soup was, I'll get right to it.
Your job's not to bring the food to me, it's to bring the food to the table.
And then like the manager was like he like hung back a little bit when he saw me do that. Because you can tell that he like wanted to say something, but he didn't want to do what the waiter just did. And like, so he's just like standing there and like this awkward, like in the middle of the aisle, like making eye contact with me. And then he like literally just like turns to the table nearest to him, is like, "So how are we doing today?" Like trying to play it off that he wasn't just like hand holding this fucking waiter. It was just the weirdest thing. It was just so fucking weird.
So from the story, I know I don't want to work at Olive Garden. That sounds awful.
You really don't want to work at Olive Garden, no. Because whatever the fuck his name, I'm going to call him Nate because he looked like a Nate.
Okay.
Nate's a weirdo.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this, Nate, you're a weirdo. You're a fucking weirdo, dude.
Nate's the manager, or he was the server?
No, he was the manager.
Okay, yeah.
The server was actually a decent guy. He felt so bad for giving me the wrong food, and I was like, dude, no problem, right? You heard lasagna, right? I mean, honestly, if I was working there, anything that ended in like an ita or a like anya or whatever, I would have been like, fuck, noodles with sauce? Yeah? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would just scribbled like Brittoligadinania. Sure, whatever. I don't know fucking know Italian.
Chef special, just whip some up.
Sure, right. So soup, right? That's what you want. I can write that. Soup. You got it, buddy. So do you want lasagna, angel hair, or penne? I know what penne is because it's the easiest one to say.
It's the easiest one to eat. They're bite size. It's perfect.
Olivia fucking hates penne.
Yeah, well, she's wrong.
She tried to tell me the other day that her favorite spaghetti was like the traditional like the long like noodle ones.
Okay.
And I was trying to tell her that I prefer like the little bow tie ones or the penne or something. Something that I can like just take like a smaller bite of. I don't want to have to work to get all this together.
Spin that fork 3-4 times, hope it doesn't flop over.
We'll spin the fork 3 or 4 times only to pick it up for it then to fall off.
That's
And then like you're like, oh, I finally got like a nice tight roll on this. Pull it up to your chin, smack you right in the chin with all that damn slippery sauce.
We eat a lot of angel hair.
Yeah?
Strongly prefer like penne or a smaller noodle. Mm-hmm. But if I have to have long noodle, it's angel hair.
I just would rather go without the long noodle.
Yeah, but if I have to, because Katie prefers long noodle.
We're very much in the same boat. She's always like, you want some spaghetti? I'm like, yeah, like what kind of noodle do you want? It's always the first question I have to ask. And every time, she's like, well, I want the angel hair. And I'm like, well, I don't. And
so
she's
boil
like,
up two different pots.
She's like, well, fine then. I guess we'll go with the bow ties, you child. And I'm like, thank you. Because I'm not about to have an argument. I just want to have my bow ties.
I would just make 2 separate pastas.
And I'm not about that.
Okay, that's fair. So we recently not recently, but after the wedding, since we had Fazoli's Tater, they're like, hey, this purchase works for our rewards program. And it was like a grand.
I was going to say, damn.
So we got like $100 of Fazoli's just money.
Is that why you guys have been going to Fazoli's?
Yeah.
I was going to say, you came over the other day and you're just like, you want some free breadsticks? I'm like, fucking I want breadsticks.
Right at close, because it was when Katie got off work. And I go up there and I'm like, hey, can I have a bad for my breadsticks? She's like, do you want more? Yeah, I guess.
What kind of question is that?
Kind of caught me off guard here. Your dreams don't get made every day.
You're like, are you a fucking magic genie, and what are my other 2 wishes? Because, yes, I want more breadsticks.
But, so, I got a fettuccine noodle dish.
Sure.
Okay? I like fettuccine enough, but not in a large portion. Not in a meal-sized portion.
Okay.
After, the 5th, big old scoop of fettuccine in the sauce, it just gets so slimy and slippery that I can't even get it down anymore.
I got it. It's very heavy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's heavy. I get that.
So I want to go back because it's free and we're poor, but I'm scared because I don't want to eat long
something
noodle.
else.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make it cheaper and cheaper so we can stretch it longer and longer.
You just get lasagna. You just talked about how much you love lasagna.
I do fuck with lasagna, and lasagna is not slippery.
They got a lasagna there at Fazoli's.
I was just really like the tortellini next time.
Yeah, lasagna it up, dude.
All right.
Fucking meat noodle sandwich.
I've never thought of it like that. You're a genius.
That's all it's a multi-layered sauce and cheese noodle sandwich.
Now, do you think I could ask them to roll it up and fry it for me?
They're not going to do that. If you thought Olive Garden was microwaved, all right, dude, Fazoli's is microwaved. They're not doing shit. They don't have a fryer in the back. That's like, they have literally, they're like, your first day, they're teaching you how to do it. They're like, all right, you ever worked a microwave before? Like, yeah. Like, you ever seen an industrial sized microwave? No. It looks pretty much like a microwave, but real fucking big.
They have you training in a little classroom, then they open the door, here's where you'll be working, and it's just microwaves as far as the eye can see.
Well, it's freezers on one side, microwaves on the other.
The freezer's in the back. Microwaves.
And that's it.
Yeah. I mean, when we got the catering, the guy assured us it's all made to order. And I said, buddy, it's okay. You guys are cheap. That's why we're here.
It's like, dude, I'm not doing it because it's good. I'm doing it because it's cheap, all right? I'm not paying you to lie. I'm paying you to feed me, all right?
This isn't
now microwave up that shit and shovel it in my mouth.
It's not a quality thing here. I'm just trying to make sure people eat and give me free money.
That's it. I will gladly drop $1,000 on Fazoli's to get some free shit.
Sadly,
and a good meal.
Did not get enough free shit.
It's still a good meal. I mean,
it's good. It's food. It goes in, you're happy, bam.
I love it. And see, the biggest secret to Fazoli's is that the breadsticks are literally from Olive Garden. So, why would I go to Olive Garden and, feel fancy while I'm spending barely any more to get something that's really not that much better when I can go to Fazoli's and get something that is exactly what I paid for, right? Way cheaper. It's unlimited breadsticks, and they're the same breadsticks as Olive Garden.
I feel you. You know the job I really want? I want to be the delivery driver that takes the breadsticks from Olive Garden to Fazoli's, but I want to somehow haggle my way into salary. So I made that 8-minute drive and that's my day.
I don't know that it works that way. I think there's like some kind of warehouse middleman probably.
So you know people really like those astronaut pictures? It's because they're dreamers. You know what I'm doing over here, homie? Dreaming.
You're dreaming with your sheriff pants.
Bam, call batch. Woo, we're hilarious.
Fuck yeah, we brought it all full circle. That's the episode. All right, thank you.
Gang?
Gang.